everyone, welcome to the Hostess Journal. I am Melissa Austin Weeks, your host from Home with a Twist, where I share all things hosting, heirloom recipes, home living, lifestyle living, basically everything that speaks to my love language, which is serving others. And my intention of coming to you every week on the Hostess Journal is to share hosting tips and fun recipes and ideas and inspiration for hosting and welcoming your family and friends into your home, not with the intention of being perfect, but with the intention of being happy and joyous and enjoying yourself and not wearing yourself out. So this week, I'm going to talk about a really important free tool that I offer my email subscribers, and it's my dinner party checklist. So before you start this video, if you want to go and download your free copy, all you have to do is click the link below in this video, print it off, come back, or watch the video, then go print the dinner party checklist and we can go over it with you. Basically, I put this tool together because I hear all the time from women how they want to invite people into their homes. They're desperate for connection and community, but they just don't feel that they're either good at it, their home isn't welcoming, they don't know where to start, the thought of doing it overwhelms them, and it could just be a list of things and not any one thing in particular. And once I get to start talking with women, I found out what everyone's pain point is. And everyone's pain point, and what I mean by pain point, is what is your reason? First of all, what is your why? Why do you want to invite people in your home? And then ask yourself, what's stopping me for inviting people in my home? And a lot of times it's fear. It's fear that your food won't taste great. It's fear because you work full time, you won't be able to pull it all together. It's fear that you think your home isn't as pretty as it should be, so you're going to wait until it is. And let me tell you, if you wait for all those things to be aligned, it's never going to happen. And you're going to look back one day and think, why did I make those things an issue? Because let me tell you this. People are coming to your home to spend time with you and to get away from what's going on at home. They're not coming to look at your baseboards. They're not coming to look at your furniture. They're not coming to look to see how pretty the table is. They're coming for a spiritual, emotional, and physical experience that helps them get through the day. Think about when you've gone to a friend's house. How has that person made you feel? Warm, welcome, invited, appreciated, loved, served, all the things. And you can do that too, for sure, my friend. So my motto is to host with intention and not perfection. And this is actually something I learned from my mother without her ever saying it. I learned from a very early age how to welcome people into our homes through my mother. She loved to host dinner parties. She served all kinds of groups, her women's groups, her church groups. I had a lot of wonderful birthday parties growing up in my home, weekly dinners for me and my siblings when they were much older than I was. And so they were all in high school and college by the time I came along. And so it was a tradition in our family to meet once a week before they would all go off to college courses. And I just remember the fellowship and the feeling of belonging. So whenever my mother would set the table or she would decorate the house or she would cook the food, I never once heard her say to me, this has to be perfect. So I learned by example. I learned that perfectionism will wear you out. Perfectionism will stifle you, and perfectionism will keep you from hosting because it's all this, we feel like we can't obtain this unreachable goal. So I tried to let go of perfectionism a long time ago, and now I host much differently. As an older woman in my 60s, as a retired woman, I find that hosting smaller groups is more manageable and actually more enjoyable. So I want to go over my dinner party checklist with you. Basically, what I've learned, the easiest way is we all write down our shopping list when we go to the grocery store, right? Well, why not write down all the things that you need to accomplish in order to host a dinner party? And let's set a goal that you're going to set a table, or you're going to invite you and your spouse or your partner, and 2 other couples. So that's 6 people. Generally, a casserole or a meatloaf or a pot of spaghetti will serve 6 people generously, especially if they're men and they like second helpings. So I think 4 to 6 people is a great goal, and then you won't end up with a lot of leftovers if you cook for 6. So don't panic with 6. 6 is basically what what a basic casserole serves. If you need ideas for how to create a tablescape or a centerpiece, visit my blog at homewithatwist.com. Visit me on Instagram, or on my YouTube channel. I have a video to show you how to put together a easy floral centerpiece for about $25 with flowers you can find at the grocery store. And let me tell you, all that you need, the basics to set a table, are whatever you have. If you have placemats, if you have a tablecloth, if you have dishes, silverware, and napkins. If you don't have linen napkins, just use paper napkins. Start somewhere. I will make a whole nother video for you on what I feel like if you're going to start over. Let's say you've downsized. Let's say you're divorced. You're a young woman just starting out, or you want to just refresh all of your things. I will give you some advice and guidance on just the basics of what every host needs to host with confidence and not perfection. Okay, so my other tip is keep it simple. Don't go over the top. Basically, I would suggest that you cook an entree that you could make with your eyes closed, that you've made so many times, your friends think it's amazing. It's not a lot of steps for you. If you want to go past something that you are used to making and you want to kind of experiment a little bit, there's a great recipe on my website for, it's called Marry Me Chicken, and it's basically a lemon and herb roasted chicken. It's phenomenal. It's foolproof. It will serve 4 to 6 people, and you could serve that with a lovely salad or some pasta, and you can either buy a store-bought dessert, or you can ask one of your friends to make a dessert and bring it. And there you go. If you like to drink, a nice bottle of wine, red always goes great with meat, and white or sparkling wine goes great with fish and chicken. If you're not familiar with the basic rules, but really it's whatever you enjoy drinking. On my website, I have in this entertainment guide that I'm sharing with you today is my top 5 tips on how to host with intention. You can click the link there and read that. So I've put together all that you need in this worksheet. The first thing is your guest list, and I wrote my name and Mr. Twist's name. So here's the names of the people that you're going to invite. You're going to just start with, who am I going to invite? You're going to start with you and your partner, and then you're going to add 2 other couples if you want to just start with the 6 people that I suggest. Then you're going to write out your menu. You may have friends that say, oh my gosh, let me help you. What can I bring? It is really nice for people to want to volunteer to bring things. And I'm going to sneeze. This is live TV. It's best if you want to have people help you that you give them direction for what to bring. For example, if you're going to make spaghetti, tell them that is wonderful for you to offer. I'm going to make a pot of spaghetti and meat sauce. If you would like to bring the garlic bread or the salad, which one of those, would you like to do? And then the other couple, you could say, Kathy's bringing the garlic bread. I could really use one of your great salads, and that's their cue to bring the salad. You provide the entree, bread, and the salad is provided, and then you can either bake something or go pick something up for dessert. That could be sorbet, that could be ice cream, that could be cheesecake if you're doing something along the lines of Italian. I think it's wonderful for your friends to offer. I love for my friends to help because it makes it easy for me, but I think you have to give them direction and not just say, oh, sure, bring whatever you want, because then they may end up bringing baked potatoes and you're serving spaghetti. So write out your menu, write your date and time of when you're going to have your party, A big thing that we forget is, what are you going to wear? You want to wear something that makes you feel pretty, that makes you feel confident, that makes you feel relaxed. You don't want to have anything that you're going to be fussing or fidgeting with all evening long. So maybe you have that perfect outfit in your closet. Maybe you have some extra money and some extra time and you want to go shop for a dress at your favorite boutique. Do whatever makes you feel happy and makes you feel confident and makes you feel good about what you're doing. But I think a lot of times we don't ever think about what we're going to wear, and we don't set aside time to pamper ourselves before the party. So always write down on here, what am I going to wear? There is a little section on here for you to record, do any of my guests have dietary restrictions? You may have a friend that is gluten-free. So you may want to prepare an extra, if you are going to make something that has gluten in it, for example, pasta, you may want to make them some gluten-free pasta and have it separate and clearly marked that that's for them. I think most people will tell you if they have dietary restrictions, and it's always best as a host if you can try to be accommodating. If you're not familiar with gluten-free, it is certainly okay to ask them, what I'm planning to serve spaghetti and meatballs. Is that something you can eat? And if they say, I really can't have the spaghetti, say, well, is there a gluten-free alternative? So that's part of inviting and welcoming someone in your home, is to accommodate them, to make sure that they can enjoy their meal with you at the table as well. Okay, ideas for the table. What are you going to make your table theme look like? Are you going to have flowers and candles? Are you going to keep it simple and just have a cheese and fruit board as your centerpiece, which is totally fine to do? Are you going to have your dessert be the centerpiece? The point is, don't go over the top, don't spend a lot of money, and don't make it so perfect that by the time it comes to opening the door and welcoming your friends in, you're already exhausted. Do what makes you feel good, and don't do anything extra that's going to put you out, because this is supposed to be a fun and pleasurable evening, and the point is to not be exhausted because you've spent all that effort and time and money on the table and you don't have anything left to offer your guests. Okay, you've got a to-do list. Maybe the to-do list is running the vacuum. Don't clean the house from top to bottom when you have company. The only common areas that you need to make sure are clutter-free and dust-free are where everyone's going to be sitting. So maybe that's the dining room and the living room. You could wipe down the counters in the kitchen and your powder room, or wherever your guests are going to be going to the bathroom. Those are the only areas. Don't feel like you have to do a major cleaning or hire a housekeeper to clean the rest of your house. Because here's the thing. I used to mop my floors before people came over. And you know what happens after they leave? The floors are dirty again and I'm having to mop it again. Don't worry about it. Maybe you need to spot clean with a paper towel and some 409. But again, your people are not coming to see your baseboard cleanliness, or they're not going to be running a finger unless you have a friend or relative that's their jam, and then maybe you just don't invite them. But for the most part, just try to keep the areas that you're going to be hosting clean, clutter-free, and inviting. Put on a couple of candles. One of the things that I offer on my website is called an easy hosting guide, and it has lots of different tips and some recipes, and it has like what to do 15 minutes before everybody comes. Turn on some lamps, light a candle, spray some air freshener, put on some lipstick, and put on some music. And those are the 5 things that you need to do before the doorbell rings. The other thing you're going to do after you've made your to-do list is your list of groceries, either here on this piece of paper, and you can take this with your grocery store, or do it on your app or on your notes section of your phone, and then any other notes that you need to make for yourself. So if you know that you're going to be having people over in a couple of weeks, go ahead and print out this checklist. You can print it off. Once you've downloaded it to your device, you'll have it forever, and you can print it off every time that you host a gathering. It's nice to keep it because then you know, what did you serve last time that guests came over? What did you wear? What did people, after the party, you could use this document to write down what people really enjoyed, maybe the things that people said. that made you happy, or things that they noticed about your home or your table, and you just want to remember it, kind of use it as a scrapbook. So I will put the link below on how to get this free dinner party checklist. Be sure what it does is it will take you to my website to become a subscriber, and then you'll get the link to download the computer. Rest assured, I only send usually one, if not more than 2 emails a month, so I won't clutter up your inbox. And I do try to make my emails worthy of reading, with recipes, tips, and inspiration. And I would love it for you to hop over to Home with a Twist on Instagram and give me a follow there. And don't forget, I also have a wonderful podcast with my friend Brittany Shepard from The Sentimental Decorator. The podcast is called The Sentimental Twist Podcast, and I will link it below, but you can also find it wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can also watch the video version of it here on my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me today at the Hostess Journal. I'll see you